Good morning, students. Welcome to Geography class. Today we'll study Chapter 2, Formation of the Earth. Please open your book at page 45. Let us see the objectives of the chapter. The objectives of the chapter for today are to understand the 5 methods to estimate the age of the earth, like tidal force, sedimentation, rate of erosion of land masses, salinity in the ocean, and radioactivity. Number 2, to understand the origin of the earth through different hypotheses and theories, like number 1, the gaseous mass hypothesis of Kant. Number 2, the nebular hypothesis of Laplace. Number 3, planet-semal hypothesis of Chamberlain and Moulton. Number 4, tidal or collision hypothesis of Jeans and Jeffreys. And lastly, the electromagnetic theory of Dr. Hans Elfven. Number 3, to understand the Big Bang theory. The age of the earth is estimated to be about 4.54 billion years. It means that the age of the earth is 4.54 multiplied by 10 raised to power 9 years. Nobody exactly knows when and from where the earth came into being. Several scientists have tried to calculate the age of the earth and to estimate its origin, but no final conclusion has been arrived till date. Now, let us see the technical terms that are coming in the chapter. Number 1, tidal force. A force that stretches a body towards and away from the center of the mass of another body due to gravitational force of other body is called tidal force. Number 2, gravitational force. The force that attracts any two objects with mass. Mass means weight. It always tries to pull mass together. Number 3, sedimentation. Sedimentation is a process of particles settling to the bottom of a body of water like sea or pond. Number 4, sedimentary rocks. Rocks form through the deposition and the solidification of sediment transported by rivers, glaciers and wind. Glaciers are large masses of ice moving on the land. Number 5, denudation. The process of removal of soil by moving water, ice, that is glaciers, wind or sea waves is called denudation. Number 6, rotation. The movement of the earth on its axis is called rotation. Geologist. The scientists who study rocks and physical processes of the earth in order to understand the origin of the earth and history are called geologists. Landmass. A very large area of land such as a continent that is surrounded by water, example North America, Asia, etc. Erosion, removal of the topsoil by running water, glaciers or wind. Number 10, exogenous process, the process that are produced at the surface of the earth. Erosion, transportation and sedimentation are the main exogenous processes. Salinity, the amount of salt present in the sea or ocean is called salinity. Convection current. The process of transfer of heat in water and air is called convection current. Radioactivity. The property possessed by some elements like uranium, thorium of spontaneously emitting energetic particles by disintegration of their atomic nuclei is called radioactivity. Glacier. A huge mass of ice that moves slowly from the mountain to a valley. Now let us start with today's topic, that is the methods to evaluate the age of the earth. First of all, we'll discuss tidal force. It is believed that the moon has originated from the earth. Moon is a natural satellite of the earth. It rotates and revolves around the earth. It is believed that moon was very close to the earth, but now the distance between the earth and the moon has increased. The moon exerts its gravitational pull on the earth. As the time passed, as the moon moved away from the earth, its tidal friction reduced. The age of the moon and consequently the age of the earth is calculated depending upon this decreased tidal rate of friction. On this basis, the age of the earth has been calculated to be 4000 million, that is 4 billion years. Scientific study of the tides and the rotation of the earth has proved that the moon is moving away from the earth at the rate of 13 centimeter per year. At present, moon is about 3,84,000 km away from the earth. The moon would have taken about 2.95 billion years to move to 3,84,000 km away from the earth at the rate of 13 centimeter per year. Since earth was born much earlier than the moon, the age of the earth is calculated to be 4 billion years on this basis. Now we will study the next two methods. The second method is sedimentation and the third method is rate of erosion. Let us start with sedimentation. Sedimentation takes place due to the various agents of erosion like rivers, glaciers and wind. The rivers carry large amount of sediments and deposit them on the ocean floor. Over the time, different layers of soil are formed at the bottom of the sea floor. The lower layers are compressed by the upper layers. Over the time, the last layer or the layer at the bottom turns into hard rocks due to the pressure from the other layers. The resulting rocks is called sedimentary rocks. The continuous sedimentation has resulted into the thickening of sedimentary rocks. If we are able to know the thickness of the sedimentation and its annual rate of thickening, then the age of formation of the first sedimentary rocks and its annual rate of thickening can be known. We can use the formula given here. The age of the earth is equal to the thickness of the sediment upon the annual rate of deposit of the sediment. The age of sedimentary rocks has been calculated to be 4 billion years on this basis. Hence, the age of the earth should be about 5 billion years. Now, let us study the third method, that is the rate of erosion. Some geologists say that the age of the earth can be calculated on the basis of the rate of erosion of land masses. It is believed that the land masses are continuously eroded by exogenous forces or denudational forces, that are rivers, wind and glaciers. If we are able to know the total amount of denudation or erosion of the surface material till now and the annual rate of denudation, then the age of the earth can be calculated. But this method is not so accurate for determining the age of the earth. Now let us study the fourth method, that is the salinity. Salinity is the amount of salt present in the seas and ocean. Many scholars believe that the oceans, they contained pure water, that is water without salt at the time of their formation. Today the ocean water contains a lot of salt, as a result of which the water has become saline. This salt has been carried from the continent to the oceans by rivers. If the total amount of oceanic salt is known and if the rate of increase in the oceanic salinity is determined, the age of the earth can be calculated. The salinity in the ocean is increasing day by day. So, we can calculate the age of the oceans by a formula. The age of the oceans is equal to the total oceanic salt upon annual rate of oceanic salinity. Using this formula, John Joly in 1899 calculated that the mass of the salt brought by rivers per year to the sea is about 156 million metric tons. He also calculated that the total amount of salt in the ocean water is about 12.6 billion metric tons. Thus, the age of the ocean can be calculated as 12.6 billion, that is the total amount of salt present in the sea, upon 156 million, that is the rate of salt brought by the sea per year, which comes to be 80 million years. So according to Joly, the seas are about 80 million years old, but Earth was created much before the sea. Some scientists believe that the oceans were formed at least 40 million years after the birth of the Earth. Thus, the age of the Earth, according to this calculation, is 80 million plus 40 million, that is 120 million years. Joly's estimates are not accurate because this theory suffers from three defects. The first defect is this estimate is too far low because Joly failed to take into account the fact that salt is removed from the sea and deposited as a part of marine sediment. Number 2, erosion of the Earth's surface is not uniform everywhere. Number 3, the convection current rising in the core of the Earth due to magma and lava also brings some salt with them. Now let us discuss the last method, radioactivity. The method of calculating the age of the Earth on the basis of radioactivity is considered to be most reliable and most accurate and is popular in the modern scientific world. In 1903, it was discovered by Marie Curie that the radioactive elements are continuously disintegrated and they generate heat inside the Earth. The minerals like uranium and thorium contain maximum amount of radioactive elements. Rutherford in 1904 suggested that the earth of the rocks can be calculated on the basis of radioactive elements. If we take the rate of disintegration of the mass, the remaining elements can be used to determine the age of the earth. The rate of disintegration is usually expressed as the half-life period. For example, uranium loses its half mass in 4.56 billion years. Uranium is converted into lead in the process of disintegration. The weight of lead as a result of disintegration of uranium is found. By knowing the rate of disintegration, we can calculate the age of the earth. From this method, the age of the earth is estimated to be about 4 to 5 billion years. With this, we complete our today's topic. Revise and remember today's topic, that is the 5 methods to estimate the age of the earth. You must read page number 45, 46, 47 from your book. Thank you.